collar versus color. What could be a difference between the two vowel sounds in American English pronunciation? We are going to be diving into that today. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, guys. Welcome to your daily American English pronunciation show. Wake up, American. We are here Monday through Friday to make sure that you can get in your 5 to 10 minutes of pronunciation practice for today, because that's what it takes. It takes showing up for yourself on a consistent basis every single day of the week. And to guide you in this process, there is me. Hello, my name is Jeff at Rise of Breath. It's one of the 4 keys to a natural sound in American English pronunciation, including, what are these things? They are placement, pitch, breath, trying to weaken your consonant sounds and strengthen your vowel sounds. Speaking of vowel sounds, we're going to be talking a lot about them today. A couple people in the house with us. We got Mirko is here, Emmanuel is here, and Ganshim is here currently. And if you are here, be sure to say hey, because we love when people say hi. So let's talk about our main vowels here. So we're talking about, let's start with the word collar. Okay. So for the word collar, a couple things happening here. Also, I Can Fly is here. Great to see you. So for collar, a couple things that we want to consider with this is that, thanks to Emmanuel for the kind words, appreciate that. For collar, you could use an aw sound for this. I'm going to use an ah sound just because of that. We talked earlier about like the caught merger. Okay, but I'm just going to use an ah, but you can also use an aw sound for that too if you want. So you want to make sure, if we're using an ah sound, that your tongue is low, your mouth is a bit wide. So basically we want a lot of air moving through your mouth, not a lot of air getting blocked by your tongue or anything like that. Okay, so it's going to be like ah, ka. Can you just do that a couple times? Ah, ka, ah, ka, ah, ka. And then these L's. So these L's, I would recommend treating them as a dark L sound. Okay, so instead of having your tongue high against the top of your mouth, I would recommend having your tongue down against your bottom front too. So like ah, 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 ah. It's like ah, ka. It's like ah, ka. And then we just need to add an R sound after that. Now, collar has 2 syllables, so that second syllable, what we want to make sure we do, because that second syllable is not stressed, we're going to go down in pitch. We're going to do it fast. We're going to do it weak. We're going to do it light. We don't want that R sound to be very strong. So it's going to be just like a real low pitch, weak, It's like ah, ah, collar, ah, collar. Can you just do that progression a couple times? R, collar, R, collar, R, collar. You could like on radio shows a lot and stuff like that. You know, like caller number 9 or something like that. If they have like a call-in show. Livia is here. Great to see you. All right, so that's our first word. So then our second word, where things start to get a bit confusing, is this. Is the word color. Color. Can you hear that difference between collar and color? Okay. So for color, what we want to do is we want to have a schwa sound. If you don't remember how to make a schwa sound, let's just do kind of just some basic things you want to keep in mind. For that schwa sound, what you want to do is you want to kind of relax your mouth and cheek area and your jaw. Okay. So you don't want a lot of tension there. Just kind of put yourself into like a straight face, normal face. Okay, not smiling or anything like that. And then what you're going to do is you're going to put some separation between your top teeth and your bottom teeth. Okay, so make sure your bottom teeth and top teeth aren't touching. And that middle of your tongue goes up a little bit. Okay, so this sound is like okay. That's our schwa sound. It's that thinking sound people make in American English when they're like, or, it's that. Okay, so we want that. So, then we can do our progressions like, color, 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 color. So let's now compare our words. So we have collar, we have color. All right, wouldn't be a dream without a spike. So let's take a look at this. So again, we had the ah sound and then the schwa sound. So ah, then an It's like ah, collar, color. So again, ah, collar, color. Ah, collar, color. Ah, collar, color. Okay. Now, a quick note about the very first word there. Hello to Milan. Is let's compare these two words. Dum, dum, da, dum. Okay. So let's compare these two words. This is where we start to get back into our merger territory for like the caught merger. Okay. So there are people in North America that pronounce both of these words the same. Okay. There are people in North America that will pronounce both these words the same. Collar, collar. Okay. If you want to have some separation between them, you don't like that, you could also go back to your aw sound. So like for instance, for that first word, especially, not for the second word. The second word typically is going to stay an ah sound. But that first word, you may hear more like collar, collar versus collar. Do you hear a difference? Collar, 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 collar. Do you hear a difference? Okay, so that first word you could also pronounce as like collar number 9 versus collar number 9. But when you're talking about the shirts, like for instance, this shirt, appreciate it, Ganchi, I'm saying. Always look great wearing a black shirt. Thank you. Appreciate that. So what again you want to be mindful of for that is that alphabet of vowel sounds, including the schwa. It's really tricky to do, Livy. Livy's asking for an alphabet of vowel sounds. Just like, if you see a vowel, like all the ways it can be pronounced, there's so many different options. That's part of the tricky part of it, is that the vowels can be pronounced so many different ways. Okay. So like going back to here. So collar or collar, but that second word, again like your shirt, is typically always pronounced with an ah sound. Collar. Okay? So that's some good news and some bad news. If you just want to use an ah sound for both of these, you'll be okay. But if you want to use an ah sound for the first word, that's fine. But the second word will never use an ah. Okay? Oh, Carver is here. We haven't seen you in a minute. It's good to see you. Glad you could stop by the stream. Okay. Let's maybe just look at some other quick comparison words. Oh, before we do that, I just want to highlight something. We have something special going on, guys. If you're interested in pitch, you're interested in expanding your pitch range to sound more natural, to become a better communicator in English, but also maybe even your first language as well, because pitch is fundamental. I was working with some students yesterday. We were trying to sound happy. I have a small group coaching program, and I have a group on Telegram. And I basically gave them a sentence, and I said, hey, say the sentence and sound happy. And what we find is it's actually really hard. It's hard to sound happy. It's hard to convey the right emotion that you intend in your speech. And a lot of this has to do with the pitches that you're using. Comedians, though, are people that need to use pitch in order to do effective storytelling, effective communication, and effective jokes. Okay, so what we're going to do is on June 27th and on June 20th, we are holding workshops. You can sign up for one. Each workshop, we're going to look at different comedians, but the idea is the same. We're looking at comedians to see how are they using pitch. The workshop's on the 27th. It's going to be 8:30 to 10 a.m. New York time. And on the 20th, it's going to be 4 to 5:30 p.m. in New York time. So different time zones, so we can try to accommodate you wherever you are. Seats if you want to be on screen with me, so you can actually appear on screen with me. So like imagine like I'm here and you're there, and we get to work together with the other students. That's what can happen if you join us. So this again is our opportunity to study pitch. If you sign up, a couple things that you also get. You're going to get, even if you just sign up for one workshop, you're going to get the video and the MP3 file from both the workshops. So if you sign up for one, you get to study with both, even though you only attend one. Okay. In addition to that, we have a pitch video course that talks about the nine of the most common pitch patterns in American English. So you're going to get access to that as well if you sign up for our course. Okay. The spots are limited, so students who appear with me on screen to get feedback from me and I get to hear you and things like that, they're limited to 5 each per workshop. So if you are interested in that, you need to kind of claim your seat fast. Okay. So I would say that if you go to fluentamerican.com, you will see ways to sign up if that sounds like something that is interesting to you. So again, fluentamerican.com, go there and you can sign up for our workshops. Kyle saying, long time no see, but it's good that we're back. We're happy to have you. Gansham says in India pronounces collar and collar are the same. That's fine. So they're using the merger, and that's perfectly fine. Even in North America, you can find that as well. Okay. A couple spots have already been taken. This is actually true for both workshops. Some spots have already been taken. You can also just view. You can also just be a viewer online. So if you don't get a seat on screen, you can also just attend the webinar and like ask us questions and talk with us in the chat. That's another option as well. Okay, that's just a note there. I know we got a couple of questions that came in the beginning that I want to run through really quick. Mirko asks, not that one. American English, when you start a sentence, say, hi, I think that you usually go pretty high pitch. And I think, you can. You don't have to. You be like, hi, I think that. Or you can say, hi, I think that, it's there's lots of options with pitch, which makes it fun but also frustrating. I think either of those really can work. It's kind of weird to put like hi then with I think that, because usually just to have like an immediate intro then followed immediately by I think, to me, that would be very contextualized. Okay. Other people saying they want seats for workshop. Istanbul's going to be with us. I'm excited. I don't think we've had a chance to work together in a class, which is cool. World friends saying they need to check on their work schedule. Please do. Again, we have 2 different times. Hopefully one of them can work with you to some degree. Was there another question? Okay, let's just do some more quick comparisons between an ah sound and an sound. I'm just going to put them in the chat and then we will head out. If that's cool, say cool. And all right, so we're just going to do some quick comparisons of an ah sound and an sound. What we'll do is do the vowel sound in the pair, okay? So ah, but, ah, but, ah, shock, shuck, ah, shock, shuck, ah, pond, punt, ah, pond, punt, ah, wasp, yeah, wasp, what, ah, wasp, what? So bop, but, shock, shuck, pond, punt, wasp, and what? All right, guys, I'm going to head out, but thanks for being with me. Look, there's a million pronunciation resources, so the fact that you turned here for some guidance is greatly, greatly appreciated. We'll be back tomorrow morning with more Wake Up American. Once more, my name is Jeff. It rhymes with breath. It's one of the 4 keys to natural sound, guys, including placement, pitch, breath, trying to weaken your consonant sounds and strengthen those vowel sounds. I will see you all later. Have a good day. Have a good night. Have a good afternoon.